Get in, nerds. We are playing Burden of Command. So, this is going to be an interesting scenario. We've got 7 objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And our goal is to capture all 7 of them, which is going to be tough. The enemy's got trench lines up here, and we've got to get up over the cliffs. So, I think where we start is Dearborn. Okay, movement's a little sketchy over here. Maybe units can only ever move one going out of water? That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, friends. Alright, we'll start here. Are we using the ladders? You frickin' better be, you goober.
We've got tripwires!
Alright. Are those Navy guns? And we are up the cliffs. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, alright. Enemy here. Italian troops. Okay, okay. Not my best work, but we're on the move. Let's start with this other squad. I don't think this squad's going to be able to get off the beach. Never mind, they're seasick. They're not going to be able to get anywhere. Lieutenant Dearborn. Oh, cripes. Really? Well, it is what it is. Squad's still got the capacity to move, though. I think I can get them up the cliffs. And they sure can. Except now they're being shot at. Ooh, mines. Dang, this one's serious. This one's serious. Okay. Okay. Things are complicated. Can you knock on this fella's gate here with that mortar?
Let's get it done!
Oh, nice! Took him right out of action. Oh, beautiful. I'm so pleased with this outcome. Alright, so that is a pretty good starting turn. Mortars have fired, obviously, so they're not going anywhere, but, I took the AT gun that was covering the beach out of action. You know, an AT gun is not a huge threat to infantry, but it's not none a threat to infantry either, right? The United States tank destroyer program created basically did 90% of its shells fired were high explosive shells, not anti-tank shells, so not armor piercing shells. So you know, getting there. All right, what are you? All right, so I got enemy units in both of these spots. It's not great, but it is what it is. Once we get Dearborn up there, we'll be able to rally those units and get going forward. So, I think it's going to be Wilson next. Just have to get forward as well as we can. So I can get to here, but the cover's less good. I'd rather get to here. Oh, that was a mistake. Thunder from the west end of the beach. Jesus Christus, Sobieski, your sparky radio operator exclaims over the distant ringing of your ears as he ceases to shield the radio. The precious link with battalion is untouched. What in God's name was that? First Sergeant Grant squints towards the medieval-looking village. Italian anti-tank gun with a clear shot at the beach, judging by the trajectory. We might want to clear that bastard out, Captain, he says as he turns to you, shifting a sleeve to let a bit of dirt fall. If that's still here when our tanks come through, you don't need him to spell it out for you. The enemy armor-piercing shells might kill a single man if he's lucky, but they can more readily hit tanks, trucks, and just about anything else that tries to get ashore. It's okay. I took it out already. I did it. I'm a huge hero, and I deserve every medal. Okay, so this squad got a little bit of extra juice. Let's move up a little bit. Okay, enemy squads in those two places. And we're getting shot at. That's okay. It's okay, these things happen. We're in a good position. We have the ability to shoot back, but let's not do that because we don't have any morale. Let's move up Lieutenant Wilson next. And his squad. Got a point back. Excellent. I'm going to move Wilson's other squad first. The beach was made for tourists, but that's not why you're here. Cliffs are high, but your men carried the scaling ladders ashore. The draw to the right, which would have been your exit if the Navy hadn't screwed up, is one way through. For that matter, the beachside town to the left could give your men cover, but the Navy has plans to begin pulverizing it in soon. It ain't good, First Sergeant Grant says as he wades ashore beside you. The Italians gotta have something on the cliffs, and in the draws and in the town. Give the order to scale the cliffs, no delays. Contact the Navy, request they sweep the cliffs. Prestige -2, possible delays. The Navy may bombard the cliffs starting next turn. Contact the Navy, request they sweep the exit draw. Prestige -1, possible draws. Navy is very likely to bombard the exit draw starting next turn. Or, contact the Navy, ask them to hold fire. I haven't even been thinking about this town. The Navy is nearly certain to call off the planned bombardment if I do the last one. SCV, don't call off the bombardment. Give the order to scale the cliffs, no delays. Right at them, and off this bastard beach, First Sergeant Grant replies. He returns to your runners and dispatches them with the message. Let's not, let's do what we gotta do here. Another enemy unit. Mine explosion. Gosh darn.
We're all gonna die!
MG!
These cliffs are pretty well fortified, my nerds. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Oh, that's not as good cover as I was hoping. Can Wilson get to this platoon? No, he cannot. But we can get to here. Let's take the squad first. Because they got more movement. And they can get up here. And now they're being shot at. Oh no, it's just a mine. Alright.
Shit.
Let's put some suppression on these enemy squads. Before we do that, though, let's get Wilson up here. Oh, we lost... did he lose morale? Not sure. Alright, let's put some suppression on the... Let's put some suppression on this enemy. Yeah, I didn't think I'd shoot back, would you? Did you? Oh my gosh, they dealt a casualty to me. Ouch. What about here? Pretty good chance. Let's have them hold their point for now. I'm going to use Dearborn next. So the question is, do I run Lieutenant Murphy forward? I need to use Captain Murphy to support this squad, I think. This area is going to get bombarded. So...
Keep it up.
And this squad is down real bad. So it would be good if I could get up to them. Let's try it. Weary. Why have I become weary? And then we'll get into this squad. And then... Can I rally them? I can't because they already did stuff this turn. What can I do? I can't call in fire support because I already called in fire support. I'm tempted to just bolster this squad.
You know what comes next.
Get them a little bit more morale so that they're not completely off balance when the enemy starts shooting. So that's that leader round. Enemy doing anything? Dang. Alright, not ideal. But we returned fire, so that's good. Hope I haven't completely goofed Captain Murphy. I haven't. Alright, so that's pretty alright. Now, first platoon.
Minefield.
Uh-oh. Let's get into this position here. Real good cover. After that, we'll fire recon by fire and weapon range that way. All right, Lieutenant Thompson's out of the water. Once again, his movement's a little bit more substantial, so I'm going to send his squad first to conserve the action points. Just the squad.
Clear it.
Okay, dang. Didn't get any extra movement, which is a shame, but it is what it is.
Stay online.
And can we get to here? Yes, but the cover's not as good. What does visibility look like from here? You can shoot that unit, but it's not great. I haven't positioned this squad ideally. Let's get them here for now, and then next turn... We have the advantage of this position being concealed, so next turn we'll be able to maybe creep up and take some shots at these units. And then finally it's going to be Lieutenant Stern getting his machine guns up into the action. Oh, so this is good. Some of these units are a little bit more able. Can I get Lieutenant Stern over to them?
What's your flank?
Get this unit up here. Now the question is... Okay, I'm not going to be able to push them, so I'll just get into the units and then we'll be good to go. Alright.
Hit the dirt.
Scary turn. But it is what it is. Let's see what turn 2 brings. Okay. Time ticks on as your men continue their push onto the beach. A thunder crashes out from the sea. Big guns, little guns, all guns. They all join it. The town gets plastered, just as was planned. I'm jealous. Okay. Good extra cover there. Okay, 2 shots in the same spot. That's what we're going with, huh? 2 shots right there, huh? That's the plan? Okay. Alright, well, first things first. Captain Murphy needs to rally this squad.
Come on.
It's going to get them all their morale back, and that's going to be of vital importance.
Don't give them an inch.
I think Lieutenant Dearborn goes up here and rallies this squad. He does have the capacity to get there. Let's hope he doesn't get shot all to shit.
Watch your fire.
Rally to me!
Hit the dirt. Take cover.
Needed portraits subfolder. Oops.
We're taking fire.
The squad doesn't have a lot of morale, so it's not a good turn for them to be shooting. I got one more action point with Stern, so let's go ahead and get this squad up into the action. And pray they don't get shot all to shit once again. Yep. Yep. We know those guys were there. I don't know why you're surprised. The other fellas got shot at them last turn. Anyway, that's That's stern. Captain Murphy, I've unfortunately left in a suboptimal position here because I can't safely move him this way.
Keep moving.
But I think Lieutenant Thompson's going to be next, and we're going to move in and shoot at these units, get them properly suppressed so that we can take this position. I don't love this MG right here, so we will grab Captain Murphy and bombard it with ye mortar. Dang it, the mortar missed. Well, that's just a little snafu, and that's life. Alright, Thompson's turn next. Let's get in and get these sons of bitches. So, I can creep 1 hex. I might be able to creep 2. No, I can only creep 1. I do have the ability to shoot here, and I think that's the right call.
Let him have it.
And does that put them in proper suppression?
Stay down.
Yes, it does. Alright, now this squad's facing this way. This squad cannot move and shoot a second time, but they can move up to this house. However, this squad... What's visibility like over here? You have visibility to all this, so... My only chance is getting in here.
Watch your flank.
Whew!
Come on.
No, don't shoot me, bro. It's okay. It's only 1 point of suppression. Get their giblets. Nice.
On your left. On your left.
All right, so that gets them thoroughly suppressed. All right, beautiful. So now
Take cover.
we put this squad here.
Keep moving.
Maybe we move them up here. What's visibility like from back there is my question. They've got visibility, but not a lot through the orchard. Ditto over here. So getting into those orchards would provide a good opportunity.
Go, go, go. Keep your heads down.
So we'll just move up 1. We're not
Stay
in
close.
we're in inferior cover here, but that's okay. Now, this squad. Recon by fire and weapon range into here seems sensible. And that's Thompson's last shot. Do we hoof it forward and risk it, or do we go for the building? I say we hoof it forward. What can we see here? Alright, no enemies in here. This position is not thoroughly covered. Let's head into this building.
Keep moving.
Shattered Cafe. Alright, visibility is alright here. May need to run across the street, we'll see. That is going to be Lieutenant Thompson's turn, and a very fine turn indeed.
That's a BAR up here.
Don't like that. Now, Wilson's next. I think the answer to how we deal with this situation for Wilson is we just rally these 2 squads. I think that's the most reasonable way to do things. And then we'll get some more action next turn.
Get the lid out.
Move up.
That might have been a mistake. I might not have needed to rally this
Keep
squad,
at it, Anderson.
because they were only 2 down, but it is what it is. I have done
Hit the dirt.
I made the decision I made. I got one action point left. Let's go ahead and bolster this squad. Again, we get shot at,
This is bad.
we'll shoot back. The squad's morale isn't super hot, so I was thinking about taking command of them and trying to get them forward a bit, but we're potentially under fire from these two units, and I don't love that. So, that is going to be turn 2. No, Stern. I almost forgot Stern. Well, we're going to be done with Wilson. Let's go ahead and get up onto the cliffs here. If we go this way, can I get there? I can. Beautiful. Alright, and then this MG will go here. Again, not ideal cover, but it is what it is. Do we take any suppression? Looks like we didn't. So now the question is, do I press one of these MGs and try to get shots off at one of the enemy MGs? I do have the shots, but visibility is not encouraging. Am I hidden? I am. So let's wait until next turn. Alright, and that's the leader turn. Alright. The big naval guns continue... Oh, cripes, I wasn't thinking about that. The big naval guns continue to pound the town, a town that you may have to enter soon. They've got their fire plan, Captain, First Sergeant Grant says. Maybe we can shift their fire control elsewhere. Have their fire control coordinator call in some rounds in the Italian trenches in the center, or the hills covering the exit draw, or somewhere else that looks juicy. But maybe you and I know how the Navy works. There may be a big delay, no matter what or when we ask. The more we want from them, the less we get. Keep them pounding the town. Shift fire northward. Low chance the Navy will shift fire northward next turn. Shift fire towards the Italian trenches. Low chance the Navy will shift fire eastward next turn. Shift fire to the hills near the exit draw. Low chance. Ask the Navy to cease fire completely. Even chance they'll cease fire. Okay. I'm going to ask the Navy to cease fire. You summon Corporal Sobieski and have him send the ceasefire request to the Navy. That's a good place to shoot. Okay. Do a lot more rounds this time. Well, at least a couple more. Alright, so, first things first. We'll have this machine gun suppress the Italian machine guns. And this one too. Ooh, actually, that one's not as good. I can move Stern in to bolster them, but that goofs their capabilities. Oh, this one's much better. That's good. Nice. Took some return fire, but that's okay. And now, they're at least a little bit suppressed. I could shoot them again, but that's potentially a mistake. When I can pound them with mortars. On the other hand, I do want to pound these units with mortars as well. But I gotta get these machine guns dealt with. Hey, I hit him. Excellent. Beautiful. So that's Stern's turn. So now we'll be able to actually get over and attacking some of these units. And we'll see how the Italians fight. That's all Stern's going to do. Do I want to do anything reckless right away with Captain Murphy, or do I want to wait until next turn? I think I want to wait until next turn. Next leader turn.
Take cover! On your left, on
Okay. Now both of these units are thoroughly suppressed. These are a need and portrait subfolder squads.
Keep moving.
Now the question is,
Stay on line.
what does an assault look like? I'll need to bolster.
Move, move.
So let's do that.
Keep it on. On your right, on your right.
Bully, give it to him.
Keep moving.
I hope this works. Head in, lads!
Come on. Get those back.
Vargo, follow me.
Nice! Alright. Italian infantry squad has surrendered. And now we're being shot at over here, but we're good. We got good cover. Naval fire is ongoing. Don't shoot my guys. Okay. Alright.
Move, move.
So next, oh, I don't love this unit being here. So what we'll do is I'm going to take command of the first squad. Send them here. Okay, alright. Navy's proper shelling the town this turn. Alright, and we'll shoot at this squad. So we got them spotted now. Oop. And now they're pretty much entirely suppressed. Do we go crazy? No. No going crazy this turn.
On your left.
No going crazy with this squad yet. Alright. Moving back to the action. How's our assault chances? Okay, so Captain Murphy's going to need to bolster this squad. What are you? Port on. That's right. This is my discipline ability. Fire is enhanced. Undaunted. Costs the unit 2 orders. Alright, that's not what I need to do right now. Right now, I need to bolster this unit.
It's a hard fight, but we've seen worse.
And I need to assault this enemy unit. Get him!
The Itaz ain't done with us yet.
Come on. Follow us!
Yes! Whoo! Nice. Wow, Navy is just laying in the fire. I don't know that I can risk assaulting this unit with the Navy just blasting the heck out of this whole area. Now, the question is, how greedy do I want to get? Because if I give him a bolster, I could go for one of these MGs. And that would be just bananas. There is no doctrine justification for sending the CO of the entire company way out ahead of everyone else to assault a machine gun position when the area is likely full of enemy troops. Just chock full of them. Absolutely ridiculous. Clown logic.
Hit the dirt!
Actually, the question I need to ask myself if I'm using this squad is what visibility do these units have this way? Not a lot of one.
On your right.
If we hoof it over here, we can take them in under plunging fire.
Don't give them an inch.
Which I think is the way. I'm not making a terrible mistake here.
On your right. On your right.
Damn.
Walker!
Think I got one.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes!
Give 'em an inch.
Whew! Alright. And the squad still has the ability to shoot, but their chances are not great. So, we'll leave them where they are
Take
for now.
cover.
And unfortunately, I'm going to need to spend one of Captain Murphy's orders to get control of this unit and get them moving into this position here.
Think I got it. Stay down. Take cover. We're taking fire.
Alright.
Keep your heads down.
So things could have been better, but they could have been a lot worse as well.
Shift flare.
This is still an extremely tempting maneuver. What if, instead,
Hit 'em hard. Keep firing. Move up. Take cover. Take cover.
see, this is the sort of chicanery I've become known for in this campaign. I think I'm going to give this a shot, and this might be a mistake, and if it's a mistake, then it's a mistake that I have honestly and fairly come by. And it is what it is. Gosh, there's no cover in that spot. All right, no, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give him a bolster.
Captain needs everyone, now!
And you're going to go for this MG.
Keep it up.
And pray for rain, friends.
With me.
Drag out.
Let's get those bastards.
Come on! Come on! Yes! Whoo! Alright. And now the squad will get shot all to shit by... Oh, my.
Spara tutti!
That's artillery there is what that is. Okay, alright. They're not doing super hot now. But they're in cover. And the rest of the squad has the ability to move up.
Stay down.
So that's going to have to be a leader turn.
Stay on line. Shift fire.
What's going on? Who's shooting? Nobody? Okay. Alright, so objectives. We got these two. I got two squads going that way. I wish the Navy had ceased fire, but it is what it is. So first things first. What does this assault look like here? Okay, it looks okay.
On your right. On your right.
If I move Lieutenant Thompson in and bolster them, it'll look better. With morale.
Watch your fire. Keep moving. Stay on line.
No, I think Lieutenant Thompson needs to bolster the squad he's in. So let's get here and hopefully we don't get shot all to heck.
Keep moving.
PFC Patterson lopes in from the direction of 1st Platoon as the crack of rifles continues to rise and fall in the distance. Captain, he says, and lets slip a little cough. Our new Lieutenant Thompson, he's got something to ask about the Navy firing at the town. Spit it out, Patterson. Tell me. Am I going to like it? Wave him off. I know what I'm doing. Spit it out, Patterson. Okay, here goes. Thompson says the Navy should stop firing on the town because it's killing civilians, ruining history, making ruins too early, and wasting firepower on blind targets. I've already asked the Navy to shift fire. I've called off Navy fire entirely. Figure out what message to send to Thompson. Message received. Dismiss Patterson. Send no reply. Thompson may if I figure out what message to send to Thompson, may advance a mindset, gain combat fatigue and realism. I've called off naval fire entirely. Okay, Captain. Guess we're waiting on the Navy then. Private Patterson accepts his dismissal like the veteran he is and scampers back in the direction of first platoon. The crack of rifles continues in the distance. I already done it. All right, now, how does this assault look? 50% still.
Keep moving.
All right, well, let's bolster. Bolster the lads, Thompson.
We're the 7th.
Stay down.
Get him.
Come on.
Becker, go get him.
Excellent.
What's your flank?
Getting that delicious trust. Now, I don't have any taking command capability. So I have to save Thompson's points. This squad can still technically attack,
Keep
but
firing.
they can't charge. So we'll just shooting here is pointless. So we'll move this squad up, and we'll
On your right.
and we'll assault this this other squad.
Watch your fire.
Get him! Oh hell, charge! Hey, excellent. We made it in. And this squad can't go because Thompson's out of juice. But this squad could get a little bit of movement forward, so let's get a little bit of movement forward and see if we can't see what's going on. Alright, nothing else going up there. Sure hope I don't get this squad shot all to shit by the Navy. It'd be my second time, but it is what it is. Alright, that is Thompson's turn, and a mighty good turn it was. Moving Wilson up here has put me in a good position over here because both of these squads have turned around. Oh.
Fuoco di soppressione.
Okay, enemy unit here. The one up here is going to be a real struggle. Alright, they're pounding the heck out of this unit. They might need to go. Wonder if I could retreat them back into this objective next turn. That would be a little silly, but it would
Watch your.
it sure would be fun. Now, these squads. Even chances. Okay. It's not ideal, is it? Let's go ahead and bolster this squad with Lieutenant Dearborn.
Don't give him an inch.
And we'll take this
Get the
squad under
VAR
fire
up here.
first.
Pick your targets carefully.
Nice, that's got them beautifully suppressed. So now, we move Lieutenant Dearborn here. Gather up this squad. Still 50-50. I'm taking a huge risk if I do this.
Stay down.
So instead, I'll simply rally this squad. And chances will be better next turn. And that is what it is. So, very productive first 3 turns. We've encircled one of our objectives. We're close to our second. We got another objective up here. We got another objective in the town. Hopefully the Navy will stop shooting up the town. We'll see if that happens next turn. Whew, this is a more stressful scenario than we've had. The Italians are marginally much more enthusiastic warriors than the Vichy French, which makes sense because The Vichy French were only ever tepidly on the German side, but the Italians Italy is with Germany, so it makes a certain degree of sense. Obviously, having lost their North African possessions and being in the process of defending their home territory, they're enthusiastic, but their morale will be breaking soon. In any case, I think the way this has gone has basically borne out what was historically happening. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be going after more enthusiastic enemies and to be engaging in more intense action as we get going forward. With that being said, that is all the time we got for this episode, my nerds. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.